Oh,
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our new episode, episode 3 of our channel, or third video of our channel. And yeah, you guys might be wondering that it's named as the Football Center, and we're talking about cricket. So yeah, we have changed our plans. It's not only the football podcast from now; it's going to be sports podcast. So here we are, and in today's video, we'll be talking about Australia versus India, the first test. It begins on Thursday. So we thought let's have a preview about that. So yeah, we've got Soumil back. Hi Soumil, how are you doing?
hi, bro. I'm fine.
And uh, and we've got another guest, Santosh. Hi Santosh, how are you, man?
Hey Ashwin, yeah, feels good to be here. I mean, I can hope we can do this more often.
Exactly. Good to have you as well. So yeah, let's get into our. Firstly, we've changed the channel name. It's not the Football Center anymore. It's gonna be Crunch Sports. So yes, you might still see the Football Center down, but yeah, they'll get updated very soon. So yeah, let's get into our topic. It's Australia versus India, the Border-Gavaskar Trophy. So yeah, what do you guys think? How excited are you guys?
Well, Australia's India is also exciting. So test matches, especially all the sledging and all. So hope it's great this time around too. And yeah, Somit.
Yeah, so Australia and India. It's pretty exciting, as you said, and there's going to be a lot of sledging. And yeah, we'll see a lot of Bumrah versus Stark and Bumrah versus Smith. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Right. So will will we see sledging because Virat Kohli goes after the first test, and then we've got Ajinkya Rahane as the captain. So that
Bro,
that might change after the first test.
no, that'll never
Rishabh
change.
Pant is there, bro. We can do it.
Yeah, we will discuss who's playing and stuff. But yeah, one fact I just found out: India has won 8 out of 14 border Gavaskar tests which we have played. We have won more than Australia.
Yes.
And
Oh,
the last series was 2 years ago in 2018, and we won that series 2-1. After 70 years, we won a Border Gavaskar Trophy in Australia. So, what do you
yeah.
guys think of our chances this season?
Well, with Virat Kohli gone after the second test, I think it'll be Australia will have an upper edge. And there's a comment coming in that Australia will win, obviously. No, Rahul. No, I don't think
Rahul,
so.
I'm not sure if he's supporting India, but yeah, it's gonna be
He's
tough.
an Australian supporter. He's my friend. I know him.
Oh, there you go.
He
Oh,
loves war.
we've got Australians in the house, right?
Yes. So I don't. It'll be very tough match for. It'll be very tough for India now that Virat Kohli will go after the first test. Yeah.
So we are talking about the first test. The first test, it will be, and Rishi Sinkar says seems like Steve Smith is injury prone at the moment. So yeah, there
Yeah,
we
official?
will.
Or,
It's not official, right? Just before coming live, I checked the news, and the news was that he has picked up an injury, but they are expecting him to play in the first test. So yeah, we'll
Mhm.
we'll talk about the first test, not the entire series now. So the first test is a pink ball test, and we have played the pink ball test only once, and with no disrespect, but we played it against Bangladesh and we won it comfortably, as expected. But yeah, what do you think? First time, first overseas tour for us with pink ball, and it's the first test. So what do you think about that?
Well, Australia has a very good record in the pink ball tests. So they have won 7 out of 7, and India has won the first test that they played, but that was against Bangladesh.
We lost
It'll be a
Soumil.
competitive
Now
match.
he's back. Yeah, Santosh, what's
Yeah,
your take?
so
What do you think?
yeah, it'll be a tight game for sure. And I don't think nothing much will change from the red ball test.
Hello.
Both teams will be looking to win it. So yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be a good experience. Let's see. Let's hope and wait India win.
Yeah, we've got a 100% record, right? We've played one and won one, so we should be confident. But on the other hand, Australia have played 7 pink ball tests and they've won all 7. So, what are
Yeah.
your takes?
Yeah, so David Warner has been the highest scorer in pink ball test apparently till now. So I think he will, and he's missing out in the first test. So that'll be a huge blow for Australia. And yeah, India they have to play it as another game, and Kohli is there for the first test, so that'll be a bonus for us. And yeah, I hope they perform well. Soumil?
Soumil, what do you think? We've lost him. So, yeah,
Okay.
moving on. Australia have problems with their openers. The question was who will open with David Warner, and now they've got to find two openers. So yeah, it's gonna be hard for both teams. But yeah, playing in Australia is always hard, and pink ball it's gonna be even more harder because we don't have so much experience with that. And we played in the practice matches, and first practice match was horrible. We just got it was a draw, but we got screwed in the batting department especially. So, who do you think should open for India? Before that, we've got
In,
Adit Narayana. He said India's going to have a tough time, not going to lie. Their pink ball experience is zero. Plus, they've struggled against the A team, exactly. And with Prithvi
yeah,
Shaw opening, there's no way we can win. So, not a
yeah,
lot of Indian fans are
yeah,
confident of with going
yeah.
forward for the first test. And yeah, what's your
Yeah, it
take?
doesn't look positive for us now. I think Mayank Agarwal will open initially, and then the partner has to be is tentative still. It's Shubman Gill or Prithvi Shaw. But then after the third test, we have Rohit Sharma coming back. I hope he makes it to the top order and give us a good aggressive start along with Agarwal. And yeah, but the first two tests, I think it'll be Agarwal and Shaw opening. Because both have experience and they have played in Australia last time. So yeah, I think it'll be them. But let's hope Shaw can put a performance that we all remember, and probably score a century or something. Yeah, Somal.
Who do you think
I
Soumil
think
should open for India?
I think for me, KL Rahul should open instead of Prithvi Shaw because I don't see Prithvi Shaw performing uh, currently in Australia with this attack, with this bowling attack that Australia has. And especially when we are playing the pink ball cricket, KL Rahul has more experience. So I think he should play as an opener
Yeah, even I
with,
think that I don't.
with
I'm not
Mayank.
sure if with Mayank Agarwal. Yeah, that's the opening pair. I would go with Agarwal and KL Rahul because I'm not too sure if Prithvi Shaw is ready to play for India now. And yeah, he is an amazing talent, and we know he can go to the next level. He's very aggressive and stuff. And even in Test, he plays that. He doesn't. He's like Sehwag types. But
Yeah,
yeah, will if I was in charge, then I would play Mayank Agarwal and KL Rahul as openers. And yeah, they haven't opened together in tests, but in IPL they played very well together. And yeah, I
We have
think
a
they were
good
the best
understanding.
opening partnership in the IPL,
Yes.
and they've got good understanding. And
Yes.
Mayank Agarwal last time in Australia was when he set his mark in Indian cricket. After that, he just looked forward and he moved forward.
yeah,
So I think, and KL Rahul has been our best player. He was the best player in IPL, best batsman, and I think he didn't play his best in the ODIs or the T20, but I still think KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal should open. And yeah, like Rahul B. Menon says, India's only hope is Pujara. Pujara
yeah.
needs to have a big impact as well. What do you think? Do you think Pujara? What's his impact? What do you think?
He's like a wall. He just stands there and he scores runs, and he's very important for India. He needs to play. If he doesn't perform, then the middle order of India will collapse.
Yeah, so as Soman said, he's the wall. Like India usually have a practice of giving away early wickets, so he has to be there and consolidate the innings, and set a platform for Kohli and the others to join and the total to a big one. Yeah,
Yeah, he's going to be important, but one point is Pujara hasn't played since God knows how long, probably more
last
than a
year,
year
yeah,
now. Yeah.
yeah,
So and he hasn't been able to do anything much in the practice match which he played. So he's going to be very important because last year, 2018, when we won that Border-Gavaskar Trophy, Pujara was our man of the match. I mean, man of the series. He
series.
had an he had an
Yeah.
average of 74.43. So India's
Scored three
success,
hundreds
I
if I'm
guess,
not wrong.
yeah, he scored
300.
300. So he's going to be very crucial for us. But yeah, do you think he'll be able to perform considering that he hasn't played cricket for nearly a year?
Well, I think he will perform. He's an outstanding player, and he has been there for India for around 4 5 years now, I think, and he has been the backbone of their test team. So yeah, I think he has the experience and everything. Yeah, time matters. He hasn't played for long, but yeah, he'll perform.
I
And
think his game, suits
yeah, bro.
like he can settle in and he can pace his innings in his own way. So I don't think it'll really matter how much cricket he played before the Test series. But then if he can get in at the moment and play with according to situation, he will do great.
Yeah, he's going to be very important for us for if we have to go and win the series, and if we win the series, then I'm sure that Pujara would have had some contribution to that as well. And like you guys said, he is the wall. Last time the bowlers just couldn't get him out. He just stands there, and that's one thing about Pujara. It might be boring for even us to watch, but look, if the situation in those situations, yeah, Pujara is going to be very important for us. And Rishi Sinkar says Prithvi Shaw has the pink ball 100 in domestic. So yeah, that's an interesting thing as well, considering that he has played pink ball in domestic. And yeah, my opinion is still that Mayank Agarwal and KL Rahul should open, but I don't think KL Rahul will open. I think we'll
Yeah,
give.
but
What do you guys
I
think
think
about Shubman Gill? Do you think Shubman Gill should play in the
Shubman
first
Gill
step?
should get a chance like when after Kohli goes, but
yeah.
I would go. I would not play him in the first test because we already have Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane, and then we have Hanuma Vihari too. I will play him instead of Shubman Gill.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Same. Yeah, so
So
Shubman wouldn't get a place in the first test, obviously, because we have Kohli. But after in second test, he might get a chance because Rohit Sharma also won't be there, and neither will Kohli. So he might play, in the middle order to consolidate the innings. But after that, I don't see him really getting a chance after that.
I think the second test gets even more trickier without Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. In the first test, at least we've got Virat, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
but
I think second test Shubman Gill will play because then Rohit Sharma also is not there in the second test, so he'll probably play uh, as second down or something.
yeah, so you don't want Shubman Gill as an opener.
No, I don't want him as an opener. I want him to play in the middle order.
yeah, middle order.
Hanuma Vihari is another interesting option as an opener. Yes, you're right. Would you
Hmm.
guys open Vihari, or do you think he should play at number 6 or number 5?
Yeah, I think he will play. He'll be better suited for number six because we don't really have a batsman for number six, and he has 100 at number six. So yeah, I will go with him at number six, no doubt.
Yeah, Vihari at 6 too, because Agarwal could consolidate one end while someone is like a Shaw or someone like a Sehwag style batsman can take the aggression to the bowlers early on. That will really help the scoreboard tick. So I don't think Vihari should be opening. Number 6, he's pretty good as 100 as Soumil said.
Yeah, even what I've seen few tests in pink ball, and like the red ball, usually the first session is the trickiest to face, right? We talk that the middle or the top order should somehow survive the first session, and once the ball starts getting older, then we can go after the attack. But how much I've seen, I've noticed that in pink ball, the first session or the afternoon session when the match starts, that's when the batsmen try to go after the bowlers because once it gets a little dark in dusk, that's when the ball starts swinging both the ways and it starts doing things. So yeah, Prithvi Shaw as an opener might be a good option, but yeah, pink ball it's going to be hard, and like we said, we haven't played enough pink ball to possibly understand the situation as Australia do. And yeah, India's bowling. What do you think? We are missing Ishant Sharma. Do you think
That's
he
a
will
big
be?
missing. That's a very big missing because when we went to Australia last time in 2018, he was probably he was very good, and yeah, he has been a missing, and he'll be missed.
Yeah, he is a big bummer. Remember with him in England, Australia, the
Yeah,
famous Lord's Test, where he ball bounces after bounces to get the English batsman out. So that will really help in Australian pitches, and his bowling suits the Australian pitches.
Yeah,
He has
he's
the
got that
experience
height as
too.
well too. Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
experienced. Right?
experience too. So I think he is a big miss for India. But I think Bumrah and Shami are in good form now, and I think they can make up for that miss to some extent.
yeah. Shami is in very good form. He's in like a form of his life, but yeah, he'll still be a missing. If you ask me to go with the third bowler, I would go with either. I would go with Umesh Yadav, not Mohammad Siraj or Navdeep Saini.
Same. Yeah.
And Ishant Sharma, he will be missed because in the only test, pink ball test which we have played, he took a 5 wicket haul in the first innings and
Yeah.
a 4 wicket haul in the second innings. So he will be missed, and
Right.
because of his height factor as well, he might generate extra bounce. And because of these pink ball tests, the pitch will be a little more greener and it will have a little more bounce as well. So yeah,
Sounds-
talking about Adelaide, which is the first venue, Kohli has an exceptional record there. His
Yeah.
Kohli has scored
Because of
300s in 6 innings in Adelaide. So, what do you think? Do you think Kohli will be able to adapt to the pink ball? And yeah, what do you think about Virat Kohli's form?
uh, Virat Kohli's form, well, he's never out of form. I think he's
Exactly.
he's always in form. But when he doesn't score 100, people say he's out of form.
Yeah,
So
he's set his standards to that.
yeah, he has set his standards to that. Yeah, so I think he'll probably adapt to the conditions. He'll take some time, maybe a few balls, and then he'll adapt to it. He's Virat Kohli. He can do anything.
Yeah, as Soumil said, his purple patch extends to all throughout his career. So, like in the first few balls, he's bit tentative outside the off stump, and if he can, I'm sure he'll avoid that to, cost his wicket. If he gets past that, I guess he can't stop him scoring 100 or a big score bigger than that.
And it is in Adelaide, so he loves scoring there. But yeah, it will be interesting. It's a pink ball test.
I
And
think
Australia,
I think after when he became the captain of the Indian Test cricket team, he won the first test at Adelaide. I think
yeah, right. Yeah,
when he scored
Yeah, I
140.
think.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
After Dhoni retired, right?
yes.
retired the next test.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And
So
look, last time when we won in Australia, Smith and Warner weren't there. This time Warner is not there for the first test. He might not be there for the second test, but yeah, Steve Smith is back. What do you think? Who do you think is the biggest threat for India's bowlers? So who do you think Australia's best batsmen are?
uh, the best batsman for Australia, they'll no doubt Steve Smith tops the list, and then there is Labuschagne and David Warner will be missed. I think he'll come back in the third test, but he'll be missed for yeah, first and second test he'll be missed, and they don't really have an opener, Australia, so they lack an opener. They have Matthew Wade, I think, but he hasn't really been tried as an opener in test,
Test
so
matches.
it'll be tricky.
Yeah, so it's undoubtedly Stephen Smith, but Labuschagne is also a big threat for India, as Soumil said. If he can consolidate the innings, settle in, and play like 30 to 40 balls, he's quite unstoppable. We all know what he's done in the Ashes and against Pakistan in the pink ball, sorry. And so yeah, he will be a big threat. And Steve Smith, of course, is class against India, especially. He has him and Kohli. The competition is next level when they play against each other. So it's exciting.
I like this comment from Pawan. He says Umesh Yadav double century. You saw that Jasprit Bumrah he scored 55 not out. He
Oh
took the
yeah,
bowling.
Yeah,
He took the Australian bowling on.
but that was
so
Australia, so you
no,
can't
doesn't
really.
matter.
Yeah, with all
But
these runs from
it didn't
our
have
lower order.
it didn't have a player like Mitchell Stark or Pat Cummins, so yeah. But that's a statement. He can bat. That's it. He can bat.
Yeah, and
Scored a-
in these series, especially against Australia, all these little partnerships or little contribution from the lower end also matters a lot. Then,
Yes. That's
so
where we
yeah,
lack.
hope.
That's where we lack actually. You see Australia, almost everyone bats. Nathan
Exactly.
Lyon can bat.
Yeah.
Mitchell Stark can bat, but we don't really have a bowler who can like score at least 20, 30 runs at the end. So we lack that. So Australia has an upper edge for that.
And
Yeah,
we
Shami can
don't
come and
have,
swing up people. Yeah, go on.
yeah, we don't have any all-rounder actually, do we? I think Jadeja is injured,
Jadeja is
so he's
available.
not there.
He's available.
Jadeja is
I don't
available
think
now,
he's
but I don't think so. He'll play the
Yeah.
match.
First
for,
Yeah.
test.
yeah, and there's no Hardik Pandya on the test squad, so we do lack all-rounders. The only other bowler is probably Vihari, who can come in and chip in a few overs, but he's not a big threat. And when you see Australia, they've got all-rounders everywhere who
Yeah.
can do anything. So yeah, I think that's gonna be missed. And Rishi says
I
Shubman has
think
to wait.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think they should have gone with Hardik Pandya. They should have taken him at least in
The
the
squad
test
at
because
least.
they don't really have an all rounder. So they need one all rounder. But yeah, then again, what to do?
But Hardik Pandya isn't bowling. That's the reason Kohli gave for
Yeah,
dropping, and so that's a problem as well. And hopefully Hardik Pandya comes back very soon. And yeah, so one more fact which you guys spoke about Labuschagne. Australia have Steve Smith and Labuschagne have scored 41% of the runs Australia have scored since 2019. So yeah, we need to get those two batsmen out early,
yeah,
and we need to
and
get them early to the pitch as well. We'll need to get rid of their openers soon.
yeah, and Smith hasn't
Yeah.
really played Bumrah yet, so that'll be a contest to see. So I think if Bumrah can get him, that'll be relief to India.
Yeah.
And since Steve Smith and David Warner have returned after their whatever happened, Australia have won 7 out of 10 tests. Warner definitely he will be missed, but yeah, Steve Smith is there for Australia, and they'll be hoping that he contributes. And yeah, what do you guys think should be our starting lineup? Who would you guys go with? Let's start off with Soumil.
Okay, for the first test, I would go with Mayank Agarwal and KL Rahul opening, and then comes Pujara, and then Virat Kohli, then Ajinkya Rahane, and then Rishabh Pant. Oh no! Before that, I will I'll go with Hanuma Vihari and then Rishabh Pant, and then the three fast bowlers that I mentioned before: Bumrah, Shami, and Umesh Yadav. And I'll go with Ashwin over Kuldeep Yadav.
Yeah, similar, but I think I'll play Shaw at the top order, instead of KL Rahul and push him down a little bit. And bowling, I think, yeah, he'll pick Ashwin over Kuldeep for the height factor, and he'll get more top spin, and he has a bit more variations, so an experience too, of course. And the three seamers will be uh, Umesh, Bumrah, and Shami.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
Rishi says this is Umesh's third Australia tour, so he will play as a third bowler, and he has some quick running, run scoring ability as well. Yeah, that's a point.
Yes.
Umesh Yadav can swing,
Yeah.
and sometimes
Yeah.
he connects.
I think he scored 31 in 10, 11 balls, something in some test match recently, like last year when India played uh, in home. I don't
South
remember.
Africa or something, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, what do you think about Australia's bowling attack? I found out that
That
the
is,
highest wicket takers in pink ball are Australia's pace attack: Mitchell Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood, and Nathan Lyon.
I think the biggest threat to Virat Kohli will be Nathan Lyon because I've seen him get him out very many times, and yeah, and Josh Hazelwood will also be a threat. Yeah, so yes,
I think Cummins will pose a big threat to the Indian batsman. He hits hard lengths and he can swing the ball also early on. So I think that will be a difficulty for the Indian batsman. And yeah, Stark, we all know about him, his abilities to hit good lengths. And Lion, yeah, of course, he's the best spinner Australia has. Yeah, so he'll be big threats.
Rahul says Australia have the number one test batsman in Smith and number one test bowler in Cummins. So, yeah, we've got Virat
Yeah,
Kohli as well. So,
and we have
yeah,
Jasprit Bumrah, bro.
Yeah,
yeah,
Bumrah is coming up.
it's gonna be neck to neck. Both the teams have got top quality players and batsmen
Yeah.
and bowlers. But
The only
Australia's
Yeah, the only thing where Australia is ahead of India will be the all rounder department. That's what I feel.
Yeah,
what do you think about Australia's batting department? They don't have David Warner, so their opening might be a little. It might be good for India that they have inexperienced openers,
opening.
and the sooner we get Steve Smith and Abhishek in the crease, the better, I guess. What do you think?
I'm sorry, I didn't get you. What?
The sooner India gets Steve Smith and Labuschagne into the crease, the better. What do you think?
Yeah, it is better because their top order is very inexperienced, and they have Marcus Harris. I think he'll be playing. He'll be starting for them, and he hasn't really performed. He gets out very early. He gets an edge, and then that's all. Yeah, and they don't have a second opener. I don't know who will they play. They the
They've got Joe Burns, so I think he will open with
Yeah, I think Joe Burns
Marcus
might open
Harris.
with.
yeah, Joe Burns might open, but
Yeah, but they're not in the
he's
levels
not.
of
Yes,
David Warner.
David
Nowhere near.
Warner.
Yeah,
So yeah, Rahul says I'll shave my head if India wins the Test series. So that's a bold move. We've got that covered in the video, and yeah,
video.
we'll
Yeah,
get back to you after the Test series. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think Australia's batting isn't that great, like how Australia's batting usually is. It's very hard. Australia is probably the most balanced team always, but not this time around. I think their bowling, yeah, we all know their bowling qualities, and I think they've got the best attack in world cricket right now. And
Yeah.
yeah, they're batting. They've got Joe Burns, they've got Marcus Harris, Steve Smith, Tim Payne, Matthew Wade, Travis Head, Labuschagne, and they've got all rounder in Moise and Riggs. So yeah, they've got Steve Smith and Labuschagne, but other than those two, do you think they've got that quality? They've got Burns, Harris, Payne, Travis Head, and Matthew Wade.
I think Matthew Wade will be a nice at like he. I think he might perform because he has the form which he got from the T20s he played. He scored 83, I think, against India. So yeah, I see him performing, and they have their captain Tim Payne. He isn't. I know he's a babysitter. I think. Yeah. So I really don't know about him. I haven't seen him play that great. Yeah, so it's pretty much not that level of Australian team.
yeah. The batting sure lacks quality. Like it's not up to the Australian
Australian
standard.
batting.
Yes.
So yeah, but then I think they'll try Will Pukovski. There's been big talks about him in forming Sheffield Shield and even
But
the Big Bash last year
but
apparently.
but I think he got a concussion in the last match against India. So
In the
he
warm
might.
up
Isn't
match,
that
right?
Conway? Isn't that Conway? I think it
No,
was
it's
Conway. Not
no,
sure.
it's not. I don't think he'll be there. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think Australia's. If we get rid of Steve Smith and Abhishek, or if those two have a bad Test series, then I think it's India's series to win. To be honest, because we have got that bowling quality,
Yes.
and yeah. So you guys have gone with Bumrah, Shami, Umesh Yadav, and Ravichandran Ashwin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you consider Navdeep Saini, considering his height factor, and he usually pitches the ball up. He usually pitches the ball short. So do you think he'll be able to trouble the Australian batsman with that bounce, or would you stick with Umesh Yadav?
I'll stick with Umesh Yadav because he has the experience and he has been performing really good in the Test series before. So yeah, I'll go with him.
Yeah, Umesh Yadav for me too because he's skiddy and he can take something off the pitch. instead of hitting hard lengths. And he's the only one who can swing the ball early on. Bumrah and Shami, they're not big swing bowlers, but Umesh Yadav can be a good swing bowler. And yeah, he has more experience, as Soumil told. So it's Umesh Yadav.
Yeah, so yeah, Vishnu Nair, yeah, you're right, because I think Australia's two men, they are two men army right now with Labuschagne and Steve Smith, but you never know. It's against India. They always play well against India. So we'll see which batsman we can see this time around. And yeah, exactly, Rahul. You've got one man army in Steve Smith. So yeah, so that's your team, right? Who do you think should wicket keep? Would you go with Rishabh Pant, or do you think you'd go with a proper wicket keeper in Wriddhiman Shah, who I think is India's best wicket keeper right now?
Well, if you see the batting angle, Rishabh Pant is better than Wriddhiman Saha right now. If you see the batting angle, but yeah, if you go with keeping, then Wriddhiman Saha is better than Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant, I honestly don't think so. That that Rishabh
Well,
Oh,
Pant
we
will
lost him.
perform, but I will go. He has a
yeah, so
can
you've
you hear
gone
me?
with Rishabh Pant, right?
Yes, I'll go with Rishabh Pant.
What do you
I
think?
think I think I'll go with Saha. Yeah, Pant has had good form. He had scored 100 in the last practice match. 23 runs of the last over is no joke in Test match, especially. And but still, I think they'll go with Saha. He's a regular keeper, and we need that in Test matches. 90 plus overs of keeping. That's also no joke. And and if India do lose early wickets, I think he can consolidate and play the anchor role. But Rishabh Pant might get a bit uneasy and go for the big shots and get out. Yeah, I think they'll play Saha for the experience and keep him.
Yeah, Nair says Steve Smith has underperformed, and if since the IPL started, yeah, I think he's right.
Yeah, but
Even I
IPL is
think in
T20.
ODI,
Yes,
sorry.
IPL is T20. IPL is T20. So you can't really consider T. You can't really compare T20 and Test.
Yeah, yeah. Even in the previous series, T20 series, he didn't score big runs.
But
ODIs he scored well.
ODI, he was on fire,
Yeah,
and
so
you
can't really
see,
compare
he has
with
an
him.
average. He has an average of 74 against India in the last 10 match in the last 10 Test matches, and he has 700s against India. So Steve Smith is Steve Smith. He will play. I mean, he'll perform.
They are classy players, be it
That's
Virat
it.
Kohli or Steve Smith, or we can consider even Kane Williamson, Joe Root as well.
Kane Williamson,
The,
bro,
Kane
legend.
Williamson is.
He can
Good.
play any format. He can. He's the best. I love him.
Rishi says Pant should keep considering his last tour and the practice match. But to that, I would say that Rishabh Pant, he scored 22 of 5 balls in 1 over in a test match. And he came out and said that he got hit in the first ball and he was hurting. And that's why he decided to go after the attack. Do you think that would work against the real Australian attack? Do you think
So,
Rishabh Pant has that patience and the maturity to play as a proper batsman for India in Test, or would you go with Sahara?
as I told you earlier, I will still go with Rishabh Pant because Rishabh Pant, he's a better batsman than Wriddhiman Saha. That's the only thing I'm relying on, and he has 100 in the last match. So yeah, going with the form.
No, I'd still go with Saha in the team. Yeah, yeah. If he
But
takes hits, he's
okay.
going to still keep a cool head and then play for it. Against the Stark, I don't think the same strategy will work. Yeah, two balls you might get it off ahead, an edge, or even middle of the bat, but in third ball he'll come back stronger. So I don't think it'll really work.
Yeah, Rishabh Gupta says hard hitting Pandya. Unfortunately, there's no Hardik Pandya. I think Hardik Pandya, since he hasn't been able to bowl, I think his batting has gone to the next level. And
ऋषभ अबे
I
ऋषभ की
would,
तेरे पांड्या की बस की नहीं है भाई.
I would actually consider playing Hardik Pandya as a out and out batsman because I think
Not
I
as
think
a
he did
batsman,
well.
but as an all. If he starts bowling, I think they should play him in tests. Yes,
Yeah,
they
I
should
think once he
definitely play
starts
him in
bowling,
tests.
he would play for India in all three formats. He's got that
Yes,
ability, and he can chip in with a few overs and few good overs as well.
yes.
I think he bowls better than a few bowlers in our
Mohammad Siraj,
in our TT.
if you are
Let's see.
not, if you are being a bit hesitant, we all
Yeah,
know.
I didn't want to name anyone. I just meant the RCB attack. But
Yeah,
yeah, Mohammad Siraj is there in the squad as well. Would you consider by any chance playing him?
no,
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 no.
never, never.
Okay, if India win the series and then there's a one match left, okay, maybe we can give him a chance. Or I don't see him playing otherwise.
Yeah, but we keep trolling him or whatever it is. But you see, he I think he'll be good in the Australian pitches because he can hit the ball hard and he can he can swing the ball as well. I think with
Yeah,
uh,
we've seen lately that he has developed that swing, and
yes,
but I don't think he'll start. Maybe if we are 3-0 up in the series with the last test to go, we might play Siraj. But yeah, talking about the wicket keeping situation, I personally would play Riddhiman Saha because I think we need a wicketkeeper like Saha. I think Saha is the best wicketkeeper we've got right now, and I think Saha has got that temperament and that coolness. If India is under pressure, if suppose we're 90 for 4 or 5, then I would trust Vridhiman Saha more than Rishabh Pant. But yeah, that's a debate. I would play Vridhiman Saha, but we'll see. I think Saha would play over Pant, but yeah, we'll
yeah,
see. So yeah,
he'll probably play over Pant, but I think they should go with Pant because he can hit the ball. That's the only thing I'm going for because India has the batsman and yeah, I would like to see him. He can get some quick runs when India needs some quick runs. So I'll
but
go.
does India need quick runs in Test match?
They'll definitely need. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. We'll see that. We'll
They
leave
will
that to
come
rest.
in. Yes, and
Rishi,
he's a left-hander, so that's an advantage too.
yeah, that's an
Yeah,
advantage,
that's a good
right?
point. Hmm.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And I think he's the only
India doesn't really have
left-hand
an.
batsman we have, right?
Yeah,
Because we don't
yeah,
have
Yes,
Shikhar
makes
Dhawan.
sense.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Rishabh
and
Pant might play
Ravindra is
because
there, but
that's a
yeah, Ravindra Jadeja is also there, but like he's not really fit for the first
I,
test. He'll be back in the second test, I think.
right. So would you play Ravichandran Ashwin or Kuldeep Yadav? Quickly, let's wrap up the show.
Uh, I think I'll play Ashwin.
What do you think, Santosh?
yeah, Ashwin. Yeah, as we told already, height factor and the experience, of course. He's done so well for India in overseas test matches, especially. Good lens and
But
he
he
has picked
doesn't really
wickets
have a
also.
good record in Australia if you see in tests.
Yeah, but we have to go with the experience, right? Times and height
Yeah.
Yeah,
also.
I would go with Ashwin as well. Firstly, it's been a while since Kuldeep Yadav has been in that form which we know he can be. Where I think it was 2019 when Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav in both ODIs and T20s they were killing it. But now
Yeah.
we don't even see Kuldeep Yadav in white ball. So I would go with Ravichandran Ashwin, and he can bat as well. And he is a reliable batsman. He can chip in with few runs. So I would go with Ashwin. And Rishi says Siraj has a very fine first class stats. Yes, with red ball cricket, Siraj does have good stats. So yeah, he would be an interesting pick. But considering we pick only 4 bowlers, then I would pick Umesh Yadav ahead of Siraj as well. Would you guys pick 5 bowlers?
No,
Hmm.
I don't think so. I'll take five bowlers
I don't
because
think. Yeah, we think fine.
But the problem with going with 4 bowlers is if we're not able to pick wickets, we don't have a fifth bowler. So do
Yeah,
we
we
yeah.
have
should
Hanuma
we
Vihari. We
who?
have Hanuma Vihari, who he can
Yeah, but
bowl
do
a
you
few overs.
do you really think Vihar is going to cause a threat to Australia? When our main, yeah, he might because never say never, but
Yeah, you never know.
you never know. But yeah, Australian, especially the pink ball, it supports the bowler. So I think going with an extra batsman should be the right thing. And yeah, Raghav says Siraj has good swing abilities. Yeah, so we see a few
Mm.
people voting for Mohammad Siraj to start.
Siraj.
Or yeah, Vishnu says Ashwin over Kuldeep. Experience comes in. And Rishi says otherwise Kuldeep is a magician and he has a 5-4 in the last test he played in Australia.
Yes,
So
exactly.
does that stat
Mm.
make you guys change your decision, or do you think Ashwin should play ahead of Kuldeep Yadav?
I think I'll play
I would,
Ashwin. I'll still play Ashwin in the first test. If he doesn't perform, I'll get Kuldeep Yadav in the second test.
yeah, Ashwin for the
And
batting
Ashwin,
and
and
bowling.
Ashwin has the batting too. Yeah, that's one more thing to look at. He has the batting too, so I'll go with him.
All right, so yeah, let's wrap up the show. What do you guys think? What's your prediction? It's hard to predict a test match, but what do you think, Soumil? Who do you think will win, or do you think it'll be a draw?
Uh, Honestly speaking, Australia has a little bit India. You see, they have one of the best bowling attacks in the pink ball cricket. So I think it'll be Australia.
What do you think, Santosh?
I'm backing Australia.
Um, I think it will be India. And personally, I want them to win too because when they won
I
last
want
time
India to
around,
win. I want India to win too. But if you see it practically, I think it'll be Australia.
maybe because when they won last time around, well, there are a lot of criticisms around them. They're like, no Warner, no Smith. But if they can do it this time, they can't say all that. So I think I want India to win. I think they will win this time.
What's my take? I think India has to win because if we don't win the first test, then Virat Kohli goes in the second test, and then Australia have the upper hand. And yeah, like Soumil said,
That
Australia
might
have one
be
of the best.
that
Yeah.
might be one of the pressures that India might be in because they will miss Virat Kohli, so they might panic. So that's one thing to look at.
Yeah, I think we need to set that test series off to a good start, so it becomes a must-win for India because there's no Virat Kohli, like I said. And yeah, like Soumil said, the Australia have one of, I think they have got the best bowling attack in Test cricket right now. So that's going to be a big test for our Indian batsmen as well. But also that Australia's batting order isn't that great. So if Australia is strong in bowling, they're a little weak in their batting. And India, I think we've got quality batsmen, but playing in Australian conditions is totally different. And I think we've got a good bowling attack as well. So yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a very tight match. I don't think the match will get over in maybe day 3 or day 4. I think it will go till the final day. And yeah, I'm backing India, and I think India will win that first test. So
I think
yeah,
Rishi says that they should go for a draw, or if there is a miracle, then India wins
but series should be
Should
retained.
be
Yeah, I
the
retained.
think
series, but series should be retained.
yeah. I personally would take a draw the first test, but like I
Yeah,
said, I think it's a must-win with Virat Kohli because if Kohli goes, then the momentum shifts, and I think Virat Kohli needs to leave the team in a better condition. So yeah, I think it becomes a must-win game. And yeah, thanks for coming on, guys. Thanks Santosh, thanks for coming in.
Thank you,
And
Ashwin.
yeah, thanks Amel as well. And thanks the viewers. All the comments are appreciated. And thanks for sticking around with us till the end of the video. And you guys have stuck around, so please drop a like on the video. It's very important for us, because we have just started now, and yeah, it's always good if you subscribe and if you like the video. So drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, you guys can follow our channel on Instagram as well. We have changed that name. You'll get the links to all our social accounts down in the description box. And yeah, you guys can leave a comment down as well who you think will win that first test, and who do you think should be the opener for India as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks Santosh and Soumil for coming on. And yeah, we'll meet you all in the next video. So like the video and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we'll meet you all in the next video. Bye.